Catherine, at just 19, was a vision of ethereal beauty, her presence casting a spell on who had the privilege of encountering her. Her slender figure radiated confidence. Her fair skin glowed with a warm golden undertone, complemented by her rich, luscious hair, dark, curly, and long, which framed her heart-shaped face and accentuated her features. Her eyes were bright and expressive, her nose was straight and proportional, and her lips were full and inviting, painted a soft pink hue that added to her natural beauty. With straight, pearly white teeth and perfectly shaped eyebrows that framed her eyes, adding depth to her gaze, her beauty was both captivating and effortless. Her smile was a work of art, possessing a charm that could melt even the stoniest of hearts. Her aura was captivating, transcending the physical and reaching into the depths of the soul. Her voice was gentle and sweet, reminiscent of a Nigerian Mariah Carey. Kazim would often catch her unaware when she sang, making her feel awkward and uncomfortable. He had nicknamed her
Ọlọ́run dídùn.
sweet voice, reveling in her enchanting vocal talents. To Kazim, Catherine embodied perfection, surpassing all others in beauty. He was drawn to her with an intensity that eclipsed his toughened nature. Mustering courage, he approached her while she was reading a novel at the lounge, driven by an unwavering desire.
Ọlọ́run dídùn. Ṣé tèmi?
He said, his rough, dark eyes reflecting the helpless longing that consumed him. His hopes were met with an unexpected response. Wípé o jẹ́ ta ni? Kúrò níwájú mi kí n tó pe bàbá mi kí wọ́n lé ọ dànù. A rejection that cut deeper than he had anticipated. The chasm that separated their worlds was vast, and it went beyond the evident differences in age, beauty, and religion. Religion was even the least of his troubles. He could easily claim any religion he pleased. All he had to do was change his name and start attending services. However, Catherine exuded sophistication, moving effortlessly in circles that were inaccessible to Kazim, a rough-looking tout who lacked formal education. He didn't belong in her class. He was relegated to a different stratum, deemed unworthy by the very people who mattered to her. The rejection was due to the harsh social divide that separated them, and left Kazim grappling with the painful reality that he was not good enough for the woman he loved. The sting of rejection ignited a fiery determination within Kazim, fueling a burning resolve that refused to be extinguished. He was adamant in his pursuit of Catherine's affection, and the thought of defeat, especially at the hands of a younger woman, was intolerable to him. The idea that he, Kazim, could be rejected was unthinkable. He demanded either an easy yes or a hard-won yes, but a no was not an option. While he wouldn't hesitate to clear off any woman who rejected him if he wanted his way, Catherine was different. He wouldn't want to harm her, and besides, he wanted her forever. As the days passed, his resolve only solidified, shrouding his heart in a steely determination to alter the course of fate, no matter the means. Refusing to surrender to the sting of rejection, Kazim devised a new plan, a daring strategy born from a heart unwilling to accept defeat. Undeterred, he was resolute that Catherine would be his whether she liked it or not. The fire of determination burned brighter with each passing moment, driving him to take bold and unconventional steps to win her. In a desperate bid to win Catherine's affections, Kazim crafted a scheme that danced on the edge of recklessness, his determination morphing into a perilous gambit to claim her heart. He wasn't going to use voodoo, surprisingly. He had a moral conscience against its use. Instead, he would leverage his strength. With calculated precision, he orchestrated a clandestine operation, employing a team of men to execute his audacious plan, and that's how he met Ralph. Raouf, a rough-looking boy, was in his late teens but was a street boy with no family. He was willing to do anything just to have something to live on and had no idea who Catherine and her father Eniola Alakija were. The goal for Kazim was to steal Catherine away from the ordinary confines of her life, to remove her from the world she knew and place her in a realm where he had absolute control, cut off from Raouf and the other men. No one needed to know about her whereabouts, not even the men who helped, even though they had no clue who she was. It made it all perfect. The opportunity arose when Catherine returned from a friend's place, unaware of the danger that lurked in the shadows. Kazim's plan was set in motion, and with calculated precision, his men swooped in, snatching her from the unsuspecting and deserted government reserve area, GRA streets. Catherine was knocked unconscious and later found herself ensnared within the confines of a secret sanctuary, a prison of his creation, concealed from prying eyes and far beyond anyone's reach. The space was a fortress, impenetrable and secure, with Kazim holding the sole key to her freedom. She was trapped, a captive in a world of his design, with no escape in sight. After her disappearance, a search for Catherine ensued, and Kazim had insinuated himself into the search party with an air of calculated ease, morphing into an indispensable figure under the guise of a concerned helper. As the frantic search for Catherine unfolded, with every nook and cranny being scored, Kazim skillfully concealed his true motives behind a carefully crafted facade of concern. His covert involvement in Catherine's disappearance remained hidden, masked by a clever ruse that deflected any potential suspicion. In fact, it took the lead in the search, with Alakija expressing gratitude for his warm support. With a calculated demeanor, Kazim navigated the charade of searching for Catherine, expertly concealing the secret of her captivity. His actions were driven by a fervent delusion that this extreme step would ultimately lead to Catherine acknowledging the depth of his love for her. No one suspected him, and he remained undetected, a master manipulator, orchestrating events from behind the scenes. Kazim's pursuit of Catherine's affection had taken a dark and haunting turn. Despite her vehement rejection, his devotion had twisted into an all-consuming obsession, blurring the line between love and possession. Every 3 days, he would visit her, bringing sustenance and necessities, and tending to her needs with an unnerving intensity, a sanction born from an unyielding love that had long since morphed into a fixation and had spiraled into an unsettling display of possessiveness. Catherine's protests and disdain for his presence only seemed to fuel his fervor. Undeterred by her rejection, Kazim insisted on caring for her, viewing his efforts as profound acts of love. He disregarded her pleas for freedom and autonomy, instead choosing to confine her, tying her up to ensure compliance. The irony was lost on him. His gesture of care had become unwelcome and coercive, a twisted manifestation of his own desires.